أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. Salam alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. This is Quranic Human, and today we are going to talk about the two aspects of our reality. From ancient times, this question has always occupied human mind. Is my reality consisted of something more than this body? We are all familiar with the physical world and have no doubts about its existence, even though throughout the history some people asked questions in this regard too. Our body is always with us and we feel pleasure or pain through it, and that's why almost everyone accepts it. And even if someone tries to deny the existence of the body, hardly anyone agrees with them. But is it all our reality? Are we just this physical body and there is nothing beyond it? This very I we use, does it refer to this body or some reality beyond it? As ancient as the question itself, there have always been two general answers for it. Some people believe that we are only this body, and they try to explain all features and actions of ours by this body. Some others, on the other hand, believe that there is a reality beyond this body, and they try to explain, for example, our identity by this ulterior reality. And they have different names for it. For example, soul. So let's see what the Holy Quran has to say about it. According to the Holy Quran, besides this body, we have a higher layer to our reality, and it is connected to a higher realm, and we ourselves are somehow from that higher reality too. When Allah wanted to create Adam alayhi salam, He told His angels,
وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي خَالِقٌ بَشَرًا مِّن صَلْصَالٍ مِّنْ حَمَإٍ مَّسْنُونٍ فَإِذَا سَوَّيْتُهُ وَنَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِن رُّوحِي فَقَعُوا لَهُ سَاجِدِينَ.
So your Lord told the angels, I'm about to create a human being from wringing clay, from molded slime. So when I have proportioned him and breathed into him of my spirit, then fall down in prostration before him. From these two verses, we can understand that our creation has two steps or layers. A physical one, which is shaping and perfectly proportioning from dried clay, and a spiritual one, which is breathing from Allah's Spirit into the body. And it's clear that angels had to bow down for Adam after this spiritual step, which means he was worthy of their prostration only after receiving a breath of Allah's Spirit. Of course, these two steps might take place simultaneously, and we don't want to emphasize on the chronological order here. What matters to us now is that our creation has two steps or layers. A physical one, which is related to this physical world, and a spiritual one, which is related to the spiritual dimension or realm. There are many verses in the Holy Quran that hint at this dual nature of humans, and you can find them too. Suppose you bear it in mind while reciting the Holy Quran. At first, it may seem that a verse is irrelevant to this question, but with a little bit of consideration, plausible connections can be found. For example, please pay attention to these verses from Surah Sajda.
وقالوا أإذا ضللنا في الأرض أإنا لفي خلق جديد بل هم بلقاء ربهم كافرون.
They say, when we have been lost in the dust, Shall we be indeed created anew? Rather, they disbelieve in the encounter with their Lord. Non-believers always had doubts about the hereafter, and they found it unlikely and denied it. One of their main questions is that how it is possible to come back to life after our bodies are lost in the dust. This question can be answered in various ways, and the Holy Quran has mentioned some of them in different verses. Here, the Holy Quran answers like this: human reality isn't the physical body, therefore, it doesn't disappear when the body does. Angels preserve us by keeping our true form and identity.
قل يتوفاكم ملك الموت الذي وكل بكم ثم إلى ربكم ترجعون.
Say, you will be entirely taken away by the angel of death who has been charged with you. Then you will be brought back to your Lord. Here, the Holy Quran doesn't name what exactly angels take away. It simply says that angels takes us away. And it's interesting that in this verse it is emphasized that angels doesn't let any aspects of us remain. Rather, they take us entirely and completely away with themselves. We know that the physical body remains in the grave and disintegrates. So, what angels take away with themselves can't be this physical body. And again, it means that our physical aspect isn't necessary to preserve our true identity. As I said earlier, there are many Quranic verses that talk about the spiritual aspects of humans. Of course, we'll mention some of them in our next videos, but you can find them too. Besides, you may find new points that no one has ever mentioned before, because the Holy Quran is an infinite, vast ocean that no one can fully grasp it. Now we should ask ourselves why the Holy Quran mentions our spiritual aspect. How is it related to our true happiness and felicity? Of course, the answer might already be clear to you, but we will talk about it in our next video to mention some points about our honor. See you again, inshallah, and God bless you all.